Alright, so to finish off, I figured I'd give you the ranking of 12. We'll start with the worst and move up. The worst is the bacon-wrapped jalapeno popper. It's got a stronger taste than some of these, which is bad. It's a bad taste, and it sticks with you. Second worst is the chili con queso. Second one in a row with a cheese theme. And there's a little bit of pepper, but mostly it's just a cheese chip. If you wonder what it would taste like without the pepper, you can just move on to the, I don't want one that big. You can just move on to the pimento cheese chip. That is, it's a cheese chip. When was the last time you had anything with pimento in it and said, I want more pimento? Next up is the truffle fry. I think this might be the most disappointing. How hard would it have been to just give it a good truffle-y flavor? But instead, it's mostly Parmesan cheese. Whatever the green stuff is supposed to be. And then a little bit of truffle oil again. Next was the social media darling, the pickle chip. I've had this chip before. It's a fine chip. It's alright. We're into the alright chip section. A little ranch, a little dill. You get that elsewhere. Another standard flavor that you can get elsewhere is, we're right in the middle here. This is the deep dish pizza one. It's a pretty good deep dish pizza. Next was one that I'm kind of surprised in the middle. I thought it would either be really high or really low, but it's in the middle. Is the New England lobster roll. There's lobster, there's butter. It's super buttery. Like they buttered the heck out of that chip. Next up, another one that's pretty standard, but I like it, so I'm ranking it higher. Is the Chesapeake Bay Crab Spice, which I think is code name for we couldn't get the naming rights to Old Bay, so we're just being vague about it. It even says on the back, here's a taste of the Bay. Tastes like Old Bay. I like Old Bay. Next up is the quintessential taste of Canada in the middle of our tastes of America. It's a ketchup chip. Ketchup chips, if you've never had them before, they taste like ketchup with a little bit more vinegar than the average ketchup. It's really good. It's really straightforward. It's really good. Next up, one that I thought I wouldn't like, but I thought was pretty good after I had it, was the Cajun spice. I was expecting it to just be hot, but it's not just hot. It's got that it's got the Cajun-y taste to it, and there's a brand called Zapp's, which makes a Cajun crotchater chip. This tastes like that, only their chip is pretty spicy and that one's not so spicy. Next up is the Thai sweet chili. Again, I didn't know how much I'd like this. I thought it would just be a bland hot chip, but it's not. They went with the sweet. Now, it tastes really good. It might be 1A and 1B, because that I have in second, but depending on my mood, it could be first. First I have is a returning champion, fried green tomatoes. Oh, that's good too. Yeah, Lay's has done a whole bunch of these now. They've done Do Us a Flavor, they've done Taste of America, they've done others. The best ever, chicken and waffles, bar none. I saved a bag for like 3 years, well past its expiration date, and ate it for a special occasion when the Bills made the playoffs. That's the best chip ever. After that, pretty close would be this fried green tomato or this Thai sweet chili. They're pretty good. Not as memorable as chicken and waffles, but there you go. That's all 12 of them. I recommend you don't eat all of them and half a gallon of beet juice at the same time. I kind of feel awful, but at the same time, really great. So, yeah, chips are awesome.